We're going to cover installation of the new Tsunami manually regenerative dryer. Once you take it out of the box, this drying system is all mounted to this bracket. So generally, if you have two people to mount it, you can lay it out and just mark your holes and then use suitable hardware for whatever surface you're mounting it to. If you're mounting it to the side of the booth, what you want to do is you want to have it within maybe 6 feet of where an electrical outlet is and then where your air supply is going to be. It could be mounted on a wall. It does not have to be mounted real close to the booth. It can be mounted within a vicinity of your booth that works for you. The filters come all pre-plumbed. The only thing you need to do is to connect the filters to them once the dryer is mounted. And then we have this panel. This is actually our panel that will cycle the dryer on and off, turn it on and off. So what we're going to do, you generally want to mount this next to like the man door on the booth or door where you're exiting and going in and out of your booth quite often, because then you can throw it into your regeneration or your spray cycle real easy. So you can take this and mount it to the wall. After this is mounted, what we want to do is the tubing that comes in the kit, there's about 100 feet of this, and all we're going to do is we're going to cut some tubes. This is real short right here, but if you picture this, this might be 20 or 30 feet away from where this is mounted. So what we're going to do is we're going to come off the bottom of this right here, and we're going to come over to the supply side of this, and this is this little fitting on the back of the dryer right here. It's in your installation instructions. And then we're going to come off the pilot side of this valve right here with another piece of tubing, and we're just going to run this piece of tubing over here to the pilot side. All you need to do then is plug it in. The final step is once you get everything installed, you want to come off the top of this regulator. It's 1/2 inch MPT. This is where you would run your line that would go to your booth and to where your filtration is in your booth. What you want to do is you want to set this to 60 psi. And then any further reduction in pressure you want to do either at your regulator in your booth or at your gun. So what's going to happen is approximately, when it's in the regeneration cycle, approximately every 4 minutes, this unit's going to go through and it's going to regenerate. It's going to depressurize this tank and dry that media out in here. Then it'll pressurize this tank for 2 minutes. Then it'll depressurize it. So that'll go through the drying cycle. It's like changing your beads in the old desiccant pots about every 4 minutes. Very important, when you go to spray, you want to turn it to your spray cycle. When you turn it to your spray cycle, this cuts off the air supply to this valve, so it cannot regenerate anymore. So now you have a full 15 minutes of spray time. You're not going to use any air, you're not going to use any regeneration air or purge air, so you can spray for a full 15 minutes without any interruption. When you're done painting, or if you come out and change paints or you do things, you can come back and just flip that valve back to regeneration. So when you're not in your booth painting, just leave it in regeneration. After it goes through about 4 cycles, it'll be totally regenerated to give another full 15 minutes of constant spray. So that should be enough time to do almost any paint job for smaller systems.